I'm Wilfred, and you're watching On The Buttons with Mantra. I don't know, I'm very influenced by like people like Knowledge and like The Alchemy, so I'd say it's very sample based, and I take a lot of stuff from older tunes and kind of try and breathe new life into it with new techniques and, you know, new sounds, things like that really. Cracking FL 11 on my first laptop and just like making the worst like chord progressions, really simple stuff, using like the keyboard to play chords on, and just like SoundCloud stuff. It's not really great. I've private it all now. It's never going to see the light of day. Yeah, I mean, this thing up here, Russian for Money, is my dad's old band from when he was like younger. He was a punk in the 80s, you know, always, there's pictures of him in like fishnet vests and with his hair going all mental. He's a bassist. Kind of grew up playing like bass guitar, stuff like that, and guitar myself as well. But yeah, it was always just kind of, I just kind of found a peace with it really. Like it was just something I could like retreat into. Like I knew always, my music could always be there. You know, it's not like someone looking at you or anything. It's just, you know, always there. I've got to say Knowledge. Like, I feel like when I first got into Knowledge, like around 2 years ago, it proper just flipped my whole perspective on, you know, what was acceptable to make and like how long beats should be, or not beats should be, but how long you can make them if you really wanted to make something. Even with Dilla, like his beats are, some of them on like a minute and half a minute long, and you know, as long as you get your point across or whatever you want to say within that time frame, you know, that's where I kind of got that inspiration from. FL 11, I think I then went on to 12. It was good, but like just getting a hang of like the different patterns, like features and stuff like that, I didn't really, I mean that was when I first started, but now, then it went on to like using Logic 9 in college, and then second year we got Logic 10, and then kind of used Logic 10 throughout the first year of uni as well, and then I got into Ableton second year, and I've just been smashing that out since, and just my preferred, it's just, I've got like a default template set up, so it's just like my workflow can just be streamlined, just like I can jump in, drop a sample in, find all my sounds on the side, and just, you know, it's just way easier than like, you know, I don't really tend to use Splice or anything like that. I found my own samples, sourcing, and Ableton's just great for that at this point. You can just have everything loaded on the side, and you know, you can dip in and dip out whenever you want. I'd say definitely one of my favourites has got to be Good Love. It's on the new release. I'll pull it up now. It's just, I started this beat like January 2020. No, sorry, 2021. It's now what, nearly October the 1st of like 2021. That I've got was a bassist, a saxophonist on it, Jemima White playing sax, Theo playing bass. Theodore George Wells. Mute all the vocals real quick. But yeah, it's just come from like, from where it started, it's just come along so far, and it still gasses me up every time I hear it, and I think that's one of the most important things. Like if you're a fan of your own music, and as long as it's, you know, it's gassing you up, then you know, don't really have to care about you know, what other people think about it. But then Elijah's come through and blessed like the vocal section as well. Again, we did this ages ago, but it's just coming over and over a long period of time to the point where it is now, where I'm really happy with it, you know, and it's. Last year, early this year, I did like 3 beat tapes, and that was fun. That was really good. Like I did enjoy doing them. I do want to do more, because obviously being a producer, you've got to get your sound out there. But I just wanted to show people like I'm not messing about anymore. Like this is what I'm really passionate about. I really love it, and you know, I thought if I take time, really perfect everything, get it sounding to a point where it's not, you know, it's where it sounds like, well, in my opinion, you know, really good. Get it to that, and yeah, that's pretty much it really. So like, it's kind of good because I find a lot of my original samples from like old YouTube channels that just upload like old vinyls and stuff like that. It's either that or I go out and find a record and record it into Audacity. But once I found a sample, find the BPM of it, make a loop out of like, a specific part, put other, just build from that loop really, because then once you've changed the tempo of it, maybe brought it up a bit so it sounds a, higher pitch, and you add more, you can just change anything into anything, and I think that's why I really like it. And when you get it to the point where you're really happy with it, and you're the only person listening to that, and you're the only person listening to that, it's a pretty mad feeling. So like, once I've got a sample, found the tempo, found the BPM, made a loop out of it, I then go into my drum set library and just find different sounds that work, try and create different rhythms on top of that, maybe even add some like melodies from the piano, maybe like some guitar maybe, and try and make like a decent length of a tune, be it, to the point where I can send it off to an artist and so they can like put how many bars on, like 16, 24, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. And it's just a lot of mixing afterwards, maybe adding some like little effects, like here in this one I've got some like, it just says bubble with rain, which looks like something I've recorded on my phone probably, on voice memos sometime, just like a background texture. But yeah. I'm loving Bakey at the minute. Bakey's really smashing it in like the break scene. Doing so many live shows and just really smashing it at the moment. He's got an EP coming out on the 8th of October. That's going to be cold as. Other people like Don Surf, Yugi, obviously, pushing that new wave of hip hop, which always all for. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people trying to do their own thing, and I can see it because you look at like the charts now and it really is just like the same recycled stuff over and over again, and I see people really pushing like a new wave and trying to do something different, and I just hope it sticks. And as weird as that sounds, like I just really do hope it does stick. But the northern scene in terms of hip hop, it's not really well known. You've got people like Cult of the Damned that are, you've got like, because there's even a guy from where I'm from, Blackburn, Bill Shakes, who is like great artist, but I just wish they pushed a bit more stuff, you know what I mean? They don't do too many releases, and I know they could, but it's just how it is really. Otherwise, I know there's a lot of people really smashing it, like Rainy Miller, he's killing it at the moment with Black Hane, and he's got so many projects just on the way, even with Elijah, like, yeah, I mean Elijah, at the full stop, like he's really just smashing it and really doing his own thing, and really trying to push like a new sound. Like I'm gonna play one of his tracks real quick that he has done with Rainy Miller. So we've got this project, and I wish it was going to be called Captain and Murderers, but we're kind of not on that. Let me just save that. It's a concept piece. It follows on. It's going to be about 16, 17 minutes in length, about 11 different tracks in there. And honestly, it's something that I'm extremely proud of. Like, me and Elijah have put blood, sweat and tears into it, and it's coming out to the point now where I'm really happy with it. And yeah, we're going to hopefully have a live show late November to kick it off.